Good day. You are welcome to today's lesson. In this lesson, we'll be talking about HTML documents. We would like to understand some basic terms that are very useful in HTML. So I hope we can all see the image up here. We have Doctype HTML. We have HTML in closing and opening braces, less than, and greater than braces. We have the head, we have this. So we'll take time to understand these things and understand them very well and know how to use them. Okay, understand them very well and know how to use them and use them well, and know how to use them and use them well. Okay, we know how to use them and use them well. So let's begin. I'm assigned to Patrick Romodo, and I'm still your facilitator for this course. So let's take it a bit further now. No, let me go down. We'll be referring to this image as we go on, so you take very key note of it. Okay, so we are talking of HTML elements, HTML document today. HTML document today. Nice one. So in HTML document, we'll try to explain everything that we are seeing here and how to use them and use them appropriately. So the first thing that I want you to note here is that this is the very basic thing that you need to do. You need to get, you get it? You need to do, or you need to get, in order to write your HTML documents and do any editing that you would want to do, Please and please again, take key note of this. It's very helpful. So let's take time and explain them. So we are tackling this Doctype. Before that, you see the exclamation mark over there. Then we have Doctype, then HTML. For the sake of clarity, I would like to enlarge it a bit so that you will see and see it well. So let's go here. Let's go up a bit. Then let's go here. No, come back. Okay, let me try and use this rather so that we will see and see it well. So we are concentrating on Doctype HTML, and before that we have the exclamation mark over there. What is the meaning of this? Okay, so now we can move on. We said today we are talking about what? HTML document. So we are talking first about the Doctype.html and see how useful this thing is to us. They get it, how useful it is to us. There is some bit of history about it. I will write it here so that we will understand it well. Okay, go here a bit. So we have this. We have Doctype. No, let me clean this. We have Doctype HTML, and it is being closed over here. What does this mean? Doctype HTML is when HTML started, people wanted to write their codes just like that. Just anyone would want to get a website and upload them. So there were some rules and regulations that was set aside to guide these people, to guide these web developers and web designers to write better codes, and that's what we call a Doctype. You get it? So previously, the Doctype is a link to the rules that guides HTML pages and make sure they are written in a standard manner, or they obey or follow a considered good HTML file that's already online. So it was a link. This one was a link in the past days to these HTML rules and guidelines, which will help you write and ensure that whatever that you've written is the standard, and the web browsers would be able to load and read them. You get it? So that was then. But for now, because we've come down, they have, I don't know how to put it, they have loosed these rules to the extent that each and everyone is allowed to write these codes or write HTML documents and also upload them, so that in effect each and everyone would be able to create what? A website. First, we thought that web development and web design is for some people who are very professional, or who are very much talented or intelligent in the field. You get it? But we forego this because we wanted each and everyone to become what? A web developer or a web designer. So this was previously the standard that was acceptable for writing what? HTML codes or documents. You get it? So for now, it is no more there, but it is just used to ensure that whatsoever that you are writing is what? Correct. It is just something that we want to, put over there to ensure that, or for the web browsers or user agents to be able to recognize the kind of file that we are writing. So now we've dealt with this. The next thing is our HTML tag or element over there. Our HTML element. Let me go to the next page. Okay, our HTML element. With this HTML element, so you can see we have HTML. Is that also HTML? Then we have its closing tag, HTML. Let me go back so that we watch it well. You see HTML over here? Let me give it. Then we see it also here, down here. So HTML, let's go back. This our HTML tag contains any other elements that we would want to use. So after the doc type, this is the most important thing. This comes first and comes last. It concludes and begins everything. So in this case, we can call it the alpha and the omega of what? HTML document. The alpha and omega of HTML document. So please take note. Without this, your file will not be recognized as what? HTML document. Place and place again. Place and place again. Place and place again. Sometimes, let me do this before we move on. Sometimes this HTML element takes an attribute called LA engine. LA engine is literally the language that we are using or we are writing our code in, and we use en to specify what? English. So we'll close it, open, then we'll close our HTML element. Okay, let's close it. So there we go. You understand? Okay, so that's it. Then we move on to the next one. Let's go to the image. I don't want to do something that you will tell me you don't understand. No, I'm not here for you not to understand. The head element. Let's go to our head element. Okay, before that, let me try and shift this a bit downwards. Okay, the head element. Head. Then we'll have it closed. The head element would contain anything that we don't want it to be visible to the user. So this, for instance, in this image, the head element contains what? A meta cassette over here. A meta cassette, a title element. So these are the two things that it contains over here. But you can add even more, okay? You can add even more. you can add even more. So that's the head element. The head element consists of any other thing that we don't want it to be visible to the user. We don't want it to be visible to the user. So in this case, it contains meta cassette. Let me try and explain this. You see, as I said earlier on, in the HTML element, we specify the language that we are using, and the cassette, the meta cassette, specifies the letters that we are using. In this case, it is UTF then 8. This specifies, let me go back and see it well. So we have UTF then 8. You get it? So the UTF-8 specifies the group of characters that are allowed on this page. And you should know, UTF-8 should be your character set always. The car set is just character set. So it should be your character set always, always, all the time, please, all the time. It should be your character set all the time. It contains all the letters you can think of in this word. It contains all of them. So using UTF-8 will be the standard for you to use. You get it? Then the title element is also contained inside of what? Our HTML, our head element. So the title element is also found in here. What is the title element? The title element. So the title element takes the title of the document that we are writing. It is the title of the document we are writing. And this title is displayed inside the title bar of the web browser the user might be using. You get it? So whatever I write here will go into the title bar of the web browser the user uses. You get it? So please, you take note of this. I hope we are understanding. We are understanding very well. Then, when you go a bit further again, we have the body element. Let me bring you down a bit. You have the body element. The body element. Okay? The body element. And inside this body element is everything visible to the user. So whatever that goes inside this body element is visible to the user. So you should be very careful the kind of things that you put inside the body element. Okay, with the head element, I would like to add one more thing. The author of the document can go into the head element. The keywords that are used inside the document can also be written inside the head element. So these are some of the two things you can add up to the list that you already have. So the body element, as I said, is everything. Whatever goes in here is visible to the user of the page. It's visible to the user of the web page. So please and please again, you take keynote. So that's it. So inside of this body element, we can have the heading. This is where I would like to explain this thing. We'll have heading. Heading will take either H1, then we'll close it. Okay, so H1 is the heading of our document. Whenever you are writing a document, H1 should be the heading that you use for the main page. You get it? For the main page, the entire page, everything that you want to write is what? H1. Now, H1 has 6 levels. So it is, no, let me forget about this. It is H1 to H6. And all of these are used for headings. You get it? All of these are used for headings. This level 1, H1 is level 1 heading, H2 is level 2 heading, H3 is level 3 heading, H4 is level 4 heading. It goes on to H6, which is level 6 what heading. You can try using all of these elements and see how your heading will behave and how it will be rendered on the screen for or on the web page. So we have H1, which we have above. So we also have H2. h2, so it's from h1 h2 as an element, and something comes here which is the content. Okay, we have h3, then we'll close it. Then also we have h4, then we'll close it again. Then also let's move on to the next page. We have h5, and we'll close it again. Let me bring you down so that you stop fooling with me. h5, let me close it. Well, h5, okay. Then we have h6, closed, h6. You should know that all these are used for what? Headings. All these are used for heading. The smaller the number, the bigger the heading. The larger the number, or the bigger the number, the smaller the heading. You get it? So H6 will have the smallest heading possible. Then H1 will have the biggest heading possible. You get it? So you should take key note. Always using at least 2 or 3 or a maximum of 4 of these is okay for an HTML document. For an HTML document. For an HTML document. So you take note of this, please, and please again. You take note of this, okay? You shouldn't use all of these 6 on the same web page. No. At least use 3. 3 is maximum, okay? Okay, so that's it. Let's take it a bit further. Then we have our P, as we have already gotten to know. Let me clean this. Our P, no. What is that? Get out. Our P element, okay? This is for what? Paragraphs. So this is our paragraph element. Then also, so that brings us to the end. Then that brings us to the end. So let's see if we can rewrite everything here for the sake of clarity. So first of all, if you start with your document, these are the key things that you are supposed to note and do. So first of all, it is what? Doctype Html. Then I close it. Then also, then I'll come HTML. Sorry, and I'll specify the language, which is what? EN, and it is what? English, right? Okay. Let's take it a bit further. I'll then move on to my head. Okay. Inside of the head, I'll have meta, in which I'll specify my character set that I'll be using. Okay. So character car set. And this car set is UTF-8. No. Sorry, 8. Okay. Then I'll close my car set. Then inside of it again, inside of this, I'll have the title of the page. The title of the page that I'm writing. Okay. The title of the page that I'm writing. Then I'll have to close my head element. Okay. Close my head element over here. Okay, let's take it a bit further. And I'll move on to my body element. Okay, so I have my body element with its opening tag over here. Then I'll have my heading. In this case, it's H1. Okay, then I'll have to close my heading, H1 again. Okay, then the next thing is to get a paragraph, at least one. So in this case, I'll get one paragraph, open it and close it over here. Then let's move on again. Then I'll have to close my body tag. Is that also? I'll close it over here. Okay. Then I'll close my HTML and I am good to go. Okay. So that's it. Let's go through and see how it works. Okay, so we have our Doctype HTML. We have HTML language, then we have this. Okay. Then we have our head. We have our meta card set. In this case, we set it to UTF-8. Then we have our title, where the title of the page will be, and this will be displayed inside our web browser's title bar. Then we have our head. Let's take it a bit further. Okay. Now, that's fine. Okay, let's continue. So we have our body tag here, and we have our heading H1 also over here. We have one some H1 over here. Okay, so that's it. This brings us to the end of HTML document. This brings us to the end of HTML documents. I hope this lesson was helpful. If you don't understand anything, you can comment or WhatsApp the admin. Thank you for now. Stay blessed. Bye bye.